me on, Jake, and that was excellent reporting by your colleague. I learned some things from watching that. But you're right. This is not a traditional white supremacist group. This isn't Adam Waffen. This isn't Rise Above movement. They describe themselves. Their founder describes themselves as a fraternity that get together to drink beer to defend the Western male culture of whites, and sadly, unfortunately, because we tend to not listen to one another and understand what's behind some of the criticisms of, say, the racial response on the right of defending their whiteness. I wasn't involved in slavery in the past. I shouldn't be made to that. And then they take it and they extract it and they make it more volatile and more extreme in their viewpoints, often to members.
And so, as someone who worked on domestic threats such as white supremacy or the Proud Boys,
it boggles the mind. I'm sure his staff were just shaking their head even in those moments. It would go along with things like this. When he does this kind of, sure, I'm giving into what I have to say because I'm in this election. His supporters take that, white supremacists take that, and then they twist it and build a narrative and say he's actually for us. Actually stirs up their momentum and movement even more when we have a news cycle like this.
And I'm Old Six told bigots, if there are any bigots here, I'm paraphrasing, they're the doors over there. We don't want you as part of our party. What was the response you got when you tried to teach the president and his team about this?
Work with us on violence prevention. That's how they wanted to couch it. Like, yes, we need to prevent, to address mental health, and there is definitely a need to support the mental health community and increase funding there. But that is not what this is. And the lack of willingness to define what the threat is, what the ideology is behind it, is in fact every other threat that we face in national security. You always start with a definition of what the threat is. And the White House refused to call this what it was. Statistics just do not support that left-wing violence is that lethal. It is a problem that overwhelmingly 76% of lethal terrorist attacks in the last 10 years have come not from ISIS,